and use on the Bryn. So we'll see how this one ends up shaping out. This is going to be the final one before we get into top 4, my friends. Elimination side, loser goes down.
That's right, loser out of this at 5th place once again.
Enlight, double Enlight, D-Sig catching them both stacked, Ensig as well. Already MAK and Power, I mean, they're sharing the same brain cell, but it's a very good functioning.
But it's a good brain cell.
Yeah.
It's a really big firing synapse brain cell that's happening here. Got him right there. MAK with the first strike. Good alley-oop coming from Power to really set that one up. And just like that, the tone has been set.
Okay, nice sidelight recovery as well to take that stock off the top. So what are MAK and Power doing? The thing we need to pay attention to is the positioning relative to each other, because what they're doing is they're giving each other enough space that they can do those side-to-side combos. Yeah. Right, we saw it right there. They're just keeping enough space from each other, and look at the amount of damage that they're putting onto that team.
Yeah, and I really like the signature usage from MAK here to like dissuade the other red team member from coming in, because we saw both of the red team members get scooped up in at the first interaction of the game. Red team a little bit more clued into it, but it's 6 stocks to 2. Like, what?
In a minute and 15 seconds, it is 6 stocks to 2. So this is looking pretty confident at the moment. Lopes landing back down, gets hit with the neutral light down air, looking for another down air. Is Power, nice little combo. The end light was actually not enough to be able to KO. Wow.
I was gonna say, don't get perfected on the first game right here. Power still hanging on to this stock. It could go at any moment. There's the light hit. Not enough to do it just based on the positioning and where he got hit, but that one will.
That's it, everybody. You jump out there, you don't know how to KO them, you go behind, and with the recovery, and they'll inevitably dodge into it. God, I love playing Axe sometimes. Use and Lopes, they have a massive comeback that they need to make here.
Yeah, and they know it. Look at that. Just falling off the right side right there. MAK, very, very tricky. Just kind of landing almost empty hopping and going for that big hit to find the KO off the left side, and then Use just knows it's over at that point.
They need to disrupt that positioning. When you have MAK and Power, both of them situated with, like, you know, a nice comfortable amount of distance from each other, what makes it so scary is that they're constantly starting these follow-ups with Axe and Light, with maybe something like Spear Side Light or something, or Spear and Light, and then they're able to sandwich them because the opponents are not being given enough space to even sort of counter-hit them or to be able to punish them for it. So they got to get in there. They got to land on them better. They have to find a way just to interrupt that control of the stage they have.
Yeah, I mean, so much of that is predicated on tempo, right? Like, Power and MAK really went out the gate. Again, you had mentioned it in Game 1, those side-to-side team combos that they have been able to find just look so easy right there. Power with a little alley-oop right there, trying to find a ground pound, was not going to be able to get it.
They seem so unthreatened.
Yeah.
Right? They're moving on the ground. They're not really all that afraid of the hitboxes that Red Team could be throwing out at the moment. And as a result, I mean, when Axe is happy to play on the ground, you're seeing N-Lights, you're seeing D-Lights, and you're seeing Red Team find it difficult to land.
Okay. All that being said, I mean, this hasn't started out with an insane 2v1 combo quite yet, so I would say that's like pretty solid for Lopes and Use, although both stocks do fall off very quickly as soon as I say that.
Yeah, they cleaned it up. It wasn't a 2v1 combo, but they don't always even need that. They have both shown that, hey, we're not dependent on each other. We can just go off on our own and do our own thing sometimes. Yeah, we'll miss each other, but hey, that's okay.
That's the hallmark of a healthy relationship, Dara.
That's right. Sidelight, looking for the recovery, doesn't find it though. Okay, D-Light recovery, that does end up connecting, and Use is able to take out MAK's first stock. So, much better game than last time.
Ooh, yeah, nice pickup there from Use. I think just pulled back a little bit, but doesn't matter if you're able to get the signature right there to wrap up that stock and equalize. But once again, look at Lopes on the top right of your screen, already in the red, already down to last stock.
Oh my gosh. The D-Light getting in there in between the hits of the Axe and Light as well. They kind of occupied the same space. That was a little bit tricky, but that's okay because they still have a phenomenal lead at the moment. Use is backing away. Use is so afraid of the stock. That's the N-Light, Axe, N-Light, but that's what you need to do. You need to interrupt those multi-hits.
Okay, a little bit non-committal now from Blue Team. They know they have a pretty sizable lead at this point. Use is looking real good, but if they can get the 2v1 onto Lopes, that's going to be great as well.
Getting the neutral air juggle. Use just playing as floaty as possible, avoiding the ground at all costs. Does not want to get hit by that Axe and Light, like that side light, and then chase dodged away because he was afraid of the other Blue Team member stopping him.
Yeah, exactly. Power just came sailing right in to try to get ground pound on top of Use's head right there. So got out and dove for just a moment. But once again, I mean, Lopes off stage now, looking for the ground pound to just close this out, force the 2v1 and use into an awkward position.
Nice.
But they find a pair of KOs against Blue, and just like that, there's a couple signs of life.
Oh, but Lopes, signs of life indeed, but also potential signs of being knocked out.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Sidelight gets punished by that downer, looking for the side sig. It did not come out. Sidelight, D-Light uses dealing a good amount of damage at the moment.
Okay, Power just letting recoveries rip, and I mean, I don't blame him at all, right? Like, anything will do right there. Use was just a light breeze away from getting that last KO. Make it a double, and there's the 2v1 we talked about before, but Use only has one stock left.
And we've already seen the kinds of 2v1 combos that Blue Team is capable of. I hate to sound so defeatist, but I don't know how Use is going to be able to do it unless they overcommit off stage. Use out of resources, sweating, and that is going to be game 2 going to Blue Team.
I love it. I love it. I mean, this has just been such a clean performance from Power and MAK so far. I mean, the team combos were great in game 1. We saw significantly fewer of those in game 2, which I think is a lot of courtesy goes to Use and Lopes in terms of just making the adjustment to not get swept up in those side-to-side horizontal combos. But they're still kind of getting outplayed in some of these positions.
They're trying to play a little floaty. They're not trying to be on the ground as much, and they were interrupting those 2v1 combos quite a bit more. I'm trying to really place my finger as to like why this was still a game for Blue Team.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I mean, when it came to edge guarding and when it came to the on-stage control, they really did come out on top. They could not still break that formation that they have. And the floaty that they played, we saw more Gauntlet sidelights come out as well. And we just saw just some more straight N-Sigs, right? Wushang N-Sig, it is such a powerful move. Why? Well, it's active. The hitbox on it is quite considerable. And it is an excellent, excellent anti-heal. So if people start to play a little bit more floaty, yeah, you might not be able to find Gauntlet N-Light. You might not be able to find Gauntlet D-Light or Axe N-Light or something. But you know what you can find? You can find any of Wushang's N-Sigs just to catch them landing on you.
Totally. Okay, so let's see if they can put together some of these adjustments made across 2 games now.
Oh my gosh!
Get a reverse 3-0. Lopes set the tone
stole
early.
That stock.
Wait. Oh, wait, nothing left?
No chase dodge?
That was rough, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he had anything.
Lopes could have chase dodged up.
Yeah.
He got the hit, he got the neutral, and then he was like, oh.
Use? Where are you going? What's happening right now? What? Okay, let's take a breather here, Dara. How are things?
How are things? You know, I think I'm doing quite well, I have to say. But you know who's not doing well? MAK. Because MAK going to be losing his first stock right off the top. The stock count is completely even at this point in time. I wouldn't be able to tell you guys what happened.
I mean, it's crazy, too, because Red Team was looking so good in the stocks they took, but then just 2 wild card lost stocks there for both players means it's an even bout for game 3.
Downer comes out. MAK just using the pogo to be able to land here. Okay, dash landing onto the platform. Huge N-Sig. It does get you a teammate, though. But now Use stuck in disadvantage for a little bit. It does not matter. Power holding onto the stock, but at what cost?
Finally falls out right there. MAK looking to get the reversal right there. There's the pogo. Ground pound comes through. Lopes could get a reversal hit right there, but doesn't want to go for it. Stomps there will be plenty right there, at least to disarm.
MAK is taking his sweet old time coming back onto the stage. That could have been devastating because Power taking a couple of hits there.
Finds the stock as well. MAK hanging on. Okay. Oh, Use looking for a weapon toss into pogo. I really like that vision, but Power was so clued into it from a mile away.
Okay, Lopes just trying to find any way to be able to pick up a weapon right now, and MAK is staying alive somehow. Wow. That's the neutral. They're trying to get that juggle going, but they're playing so floaty and they're playing so separate. That is going to be the KO. Okay, Power, get out of there. Power!
Wait.
Power!
Oh, no,
not against Hammer! You can't do that against Hammer!
You cannot challenge in those positions. You are absolutely right here. So just like that, even after a weird first couple of stocks from Lopes and Use, they are firmly in the lead right here as MAK has to fight the 2v1.
Oh boy. Okay, well, Red Team, guess what? Now is your time to shine. This is it. What can we make happen here? MAK is just looking for any possible opening, and they're making it so difficult to land. Going piece by piece, that's a neutraler, but look what you get. Look what you get.
Yep.
One neutraler. That's what it lands you.
Already in orange right here. And once again, big whip punish means Use gets to get a couple more hits. Lopes wasn't really in position to follow up right there. Wanted to swap out to the hammer instead. MAK going for all of it. I don't blame you at all, but it looks like you're going to go to next game. Wait a sec. Wait, where are you going?
Hey.
Where are you going? Okay, we're going to game 4. How about that? I mean, that got real scary for a second, though.
Yeah, that could have gone a lot of directions in that moment, and then they both made it back on, and then they were able to successfully edgeguard him. Okay, so why did this happen the way that it did? Well, yeah, Power, I don't know why he wanted that edgeguard so badly. He wanted it, and look at what he gets for it. He missed the down air. I mean, it happens to the best of us sometimes, but yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You were like, that was a completely healthy stock, to clarify.
For sure.
By the way.
Okay, so 1 on the board for MAK and Power.
3, 2.
Gotta get 2 in a row now. Oh, okay, we did hear from production that used the chase dodge when he was already swept beating, so there was just nothing left, no trip back either. So, again, still a little bit weird to get us there, but nonetheless, Lopes and Use on the board now.
We'll see how this one ends up playing out. Yeah, honestly, on a flat stage, I feel like this is the place that I would go to as blue team, because the way that red team was kind of avoiding the ground was by using the platforms to be able to delay themselves as much as possible. Use, chase dodging up, looking through that juggle, looking through the sider, able to get it. Okay, that is going to be Power's first stock on. Red team, they're alive.
They're looking good so far. No weirdo SDs just yet here from either red team member too, so that's pretty solid. Lopes going to work right there onto Power's next stock. Doesn't get KO'd off the left side there as well, so MAK and Power turn their sights to Use instead, but that's going to be that stock for red team now.
Side light, D-light, sider, absolutely a classic. Oh, holding on to it.
Wait. What is, okay. Chill for a second, please. We were just saying they looked alive, and just like that, they might find the turnaround. Power misspacing that signature right there, and actually MAK falls out as well, so we go to Use across the board.
Power finally got the dodge back just in time to be able to delay and then land with a downer. That could have been devastating had his dodge not been there.
Okay, MAK letting it rip right there. Lopes, just small little punish to be had. Use was in position, but Power was right on top of it.
Okay, committing to that side sig.
Yep.
Yeah, laymen think they can get away with it, and then Lopes was just below, able to get the whiff punish with the recovery. Looking through the end light, not able to find it quite yet though. Nice little juggle is beginning, landing with the downer. Oh my gosh, Power, no weapon on hand, has to pick something up now.
Oh wow, and out of all of that, Lopes was the one to fall as MAK was just kind of forced into that 1v1 there.
The side sig doesn't come out.
Lopes waiting for a weapon spawn. MAK patrolling it with that signature, but that is a huge whiff punish. Going to lose the stock. One member apiece at their final stock right here. Once again, Use and Lopes need this to stay in the bracket.
Use just not even going through the edge guard, wanting to help out his teammate. Power keeps getting knocked around from side to side, and MAK forced to fight this 1v2 right now for a little bit longer. Avoids the D-light downer.
Yeah, what a good dodge. MAK, no resources left though. Finally able to touch the ground. No weapon either. Just desperately trying to get anything out of this. Lopes patrolling this ground. There's the stomp Sarah as well.
MAK being nice and patient, nice and slow, just waiting to see what red team is going to do first. Gets back onto the stage nice and gently. You caught them stacked, and now this is your opportunity. Neutraler, sider, weapon toss, and that is maybe going to be Lopes' stock, but the DC gets interrupted. The GC and light as well. These gauntlets are swinging, and blue team, they're staying alive.
Wow, Lopes with that little wiggle back and forth though, as Use was coming back on the respawn to stay in this game. That's such a huge implication to not force the 2v1, because now red team can just pick up a stock on either blue team member. That's not going to be enough though. Use has to fight the 1v2.
They had a bounty on him. They got the KO, and now Use stuck on the right side of the stage. Looking for a way to get back on, spacing out that sider and using the whiff as the opening, just for a little bit longer.
Whiff punish for both of them. How did both blue team members miss right there? Use didn't want to pull the trigger on either hit.
That's it.
You want to try to get it on MAK right there, but somehow Power misses. What's happening? There's nothing here. Why was Power that far out?
Oh my gosh, but somehow both blue team members make it back onto the stage. That's the end light, that's the end sig. Not enough damage for it to KO. Use needs to find a way to make it back
Once
on.
again,
Power wants
crazy
the dash
miss.
jump ground pound.
Oh, Use went for the down sig unarmed right there. Power's weapon throw saved for now. No weapon means MAK gets to live to see another day as well. This has to be a big swing. There's one. Does he find the other one? It's so close. We might be getting to game 5 here, Dara.
Goes for the GC D-light. It's so committal. It gave Power the chance to make it back down.
That's it. Game 5. Game 5. Use closing out the 1v2. That was unreal. I mean, it got so weird on that one edge guard.
It did. It did. Power committed to that dash jump ground pound, and it didn't connect, and then you put yourself off stage, and then it became a 1v1 really, really briefly. So those are the kinds of commitments that are really, really, really risky to do. I feel like would have done the same thing as like a ground pound above the stage, because this is the kind of a stage where the edges of it are so short, you oftentimes catch people going up and around it. And then even if you do get punished for a ground pound like that, your teammate is behind you. So I do think that was a big misplay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about that right side interaction too. Power was so far off stage, just kind of like ran out of resources when there was really no need to, in my opinion. But
he was so afraid of the spear ground pound above all else, because that's like one of those things. It's like, oh, he's holding it, I gotta run away from this thing.
For sure, for sure. Either way, we do go next right here. This game decides it all. Who gets to advance into top 4? Who is eliminated just outside of it at 5th?
We'll find out. We're having an Axe Ditto on one side of the stage. Okay. Oh, that's going to be max stock gone. Tried to delay as long as possible with the GCD light. I thought that was cute, but that's already one stock gone for the blue team.
Okay. Power sending it right there. Letting that one rip. It was very, very telegraphed, but Power out of resources, able to touch the wall. Very necessary to stay in this.
Yeah, he just really wanted to get that hit. He wanted to get that spike because he would have always just been able to chase dodge up. And then he was smart to keep his dodge up until the very end.
Yep.
So I do agree with that commitment at that point in time. Yo, that weapon toss.
It was sick.
That was just exactly what they needed.
Okay, Power off the top as he picked up the gauntlets as well, which means that he'll be primed for the other weapon right now as he picks this up.
Oh my gosh! Mods, he's stalling. He's using up every single jump, every recovery. Oh boy.
Oh, reversal opportunity, no. Gets to shark the landing, but Power lands. Chase dodge down, really good from Lopes. Can't find the follow-up hit to connect over to Use, though.
Okay, huge end light, and then Use interrupting with a side light of his own. That's going to be Lopes' first stock gone. Okay, the sider almost came out. That could have been it for Use. But Use being so patient. Yeah, that's the stage.
That's scary,
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, Use falls to last stock right here. Was able to make that crazy comeback happen in the previous game. Lopes answers, though. MAK will fall to their final one as well.
Power looking for the side light. Okay, Use just drifting away, because that is what spear recovery lets you do. It lets you drift. It lets you keep itself nice and safe. Use is on his last stock. MAK is on his last stock, and Power getting knocked all the way up, but is still able to land safely, avoiding his own teammate's Ensig.
Yeah,
wow.
But look at Power's damage right now. The amount of time that he's spending trying to recover back towards the stage means they can just set their sights on MAK, get a little bit more damage. Both red team members finally down to last stock. This is the window of opportunity Power and MAK need. Anchor arms coming through. The big dive is not going to be enough, but there was nothing left in the tank, and now it's Lopes that has to fight the 2v1, but this is a much taller order.
MAK not able to get that end light, but yeah, this is 3 stocks to 1 at the moment. I don't know how they can make this possible unless they somehow get the stock onto MAK. So you have about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You didn't find it.
Congratulations for Elimination. Let's see if it can happen right here. Of course, if anyone could do it, it is not going to happen there. That signature will not be enough to find its mark, but the big Sair and the weapon toss to go will. That's going to be a closed out dream for Use and Lopes, unfortunately getting eliminated after almost mounting the reverse 3-0.
Yeah, and that is the most heartbreaking of potential reverse 3-0s, right? Where it's like, oh, the game 5, they've worked so hard to be able to get up there. And then, you know, it's kind of like back to basics. The thing that really worked out for them, the combos.